Welcome to Collectors of the Coast. I am Cash. Today we're going to have a little chat about the fact that they've decided to discontinue, it is official, they have discontinued the spellbook series. I know for one, I was hoping they would finish it, but clearly they are not. They have, it's been made official. So these are the three spellbooks. They were not bad little products. Did not sell great. I guess the Jace one is a little bit sought after these days, but the Chandra one is pretty easy to get and not all that different from the Gideon one. I guess Chandra did really poorly this year, so it's been scrapped. We are now on to these Commander collections for a little while. I mean, essentially, when we get down to it, we're just talking about the From the Vault series, and they just keep repackaging them in different kind of ideas. Where the ideas get a little dry, or really when sales start to calm down a little bit on them, they run out of ideas, they want to repackage them, throw us some more reprints. This is just another way to do it. Seems like a weird thing considering all the secret layers that they feel it necessary to still do these, but I mean, Commander Collection Green was well received, so not going to be a surprise if they keep pushing these things. And so I want to talk a little bit about what's coming this year, because now that we're not getting the remaining two spell books, I want to speculate a little bit on what the next one's going to be. We got a blue, and then the white, and then the red. We got Commander Collection Green. It is almost a given that we are going to see Commander Collection Black this year, given how they've done these things in order. They obviously called an audible when they saw the spell books not selling well. And I fully expect it's going to be black. I'll be surprised if it's a different color. So let's have some fun and speculate about what that will be. Just a little talk about the spell books in general. I actually like the product. I mean, the fact that I have all three of them, and I have a couple others, tells you I actually thought it was a pretty nice product. It was not super expensive, which was kind of nice. So you could get some pretty nice cards that were a little bit of a different art and not crazy cost to do it. I like the idea of the foil, or the rare, the foil version you got in the pack, and you didn't know which one it was going to get. It just made it like there was an extra reason to buy that. Where the Commander Collection Green, that sort of whole money grab thing of, it was going to cost you $100 or $200 based on, and only certain special ultra premium shops got the foil one. Made them kind of hard to get your hands on the foil versions of these things. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of that. So nice product, and there's good cards in here, good reprints. Not sure I needed to see more reprints of some of these cards, but still really nice and playable. I know I opened one. I have them in a collection. I have a couple of decks with some of the cards in. A couple of them, I think the Bane sitting there, not in the deck right now, but most of them have found a home somewhere, at least for now. So really nice product. That said, I just have the regular one. I don't have the foil version. I didn't track down the foil version. I didn't want to spend the extra money for the foil version, to be honest. And I never trust my foils anyways these days, whether they're going to bend in half like this anyways. So anyways, nice to see. So let's do a little speculating on the Commander Collection Black. It looks like they're going to continue in this. I mean, really, if you see the spell books compared to it, it's just a remarketing. You actually got 9 cards in the spell books. You get 8 for more money in the Commander Collection. I'm assuming we'll see 8 or maybe 9 cards again. So assuming that we're in that 8 card kind of pool, let's talk about what we're going to get. We're going to get, I fully expect we're going to get another Soul Ring. This time with some kind of fancy black art on it. They will be, I'm sure it'll hold value at $6, $7, $8 for a while, and it'll be in that range. I mean, how many times can they reprint Soul Ring? It's like 100 times. But I mean, every deck needs a Soul Ring. If you're playing a Commander deck, you don't have a Soul Ring, you're at a big disadvantage. So you should have that in there, and I fully expect that is a freebie in their 8, that they will just keep printing colorful Soul Rings, and people will want the art. So I'm expecting there'll be a Command Tower with some kind of fancy art, because they keep reprinting Command Tower now that it needs to be in every Commander collection. So we will likely see that. I guess there's always possibility they could do something like a Command Spear or something. but there's why change it if it's selling, if the last one's sold. So let's get into what was in the other in the Commander Collection Green, and what we'll actually, so as we balance these things off. So Commander Collection Green had a enchantment, a well-known enchantment that was a draw card. So fully expect to see one of those in black, and black has a few good ones. The Phyrexian Reclamation is a good one, maybe an underprinted one that they could print again, though they did reprint it in Jumpstart. But the big two that kind of come to mind when you think of those cards is Phyrexian Arena and Necropotence. I will add a third one into the list that I'd like to see, that I wouldn't mind seeing a reprint on, even though I guess it would devalue a little bit what I have. Gravestorm, I think, is a really good one and actually really playable in that Graveyard Hate. But fully expecting either Phyrexian Arena or Necropotence in this, I guess, just depending on the other value of the cards and how well they want to see this, and of course what they reprint in some of the other sets. So we fully expecting to see one of those. I mean, Necropotence is the bigger dollar value for sure, because it's been reprinted just a little bit less. So it'll be interesting if they go big on that, or whether they'll go a little safer on the Phyrexian Arena, which is in that $15-20 range, as opposed to the, what, I can't remember what number Necropotence is at right now, over $30, I think, $40, something like that. Anyways, I wouldn't be surprised. It's been a little while longer since they've done Necropotence, I believe. So let's assume they're going to put Necropotence in there if they want a big selling product. So that's our enchantment. So assuming we're one-offing enchantments here, they're going to put some kind of tutor in there. And the only tutor that I think that they haven't reprinted for a while, that's a big one, is Demonic Tutor. Didn't they just reprint Demonic Tutor? No, they did Vampiric, Demonic. I think it's Demonic that they didn't do recently. I don't know. I'm mixing them all up. There's a few tutors. I'm assuming there's going to be a black tutor in there anyways. They'll go for whichever one is. You might as well. You could just look at the price lists and see which one's going for the most. That's the one that's going to be in, because they're just getting their reprint equity on it, and they're going to sell it to you and say, oh, hey, we're going to put a $100 card in. It's going to be worth like $40 after, or $30 after they put it in one of these collections after a few months. So there will be a tutor, a black tutor for sure. You can assume there's going to be a planeswalker. So actually the planeswalkers ones and the creatures I thought are a little harder. I don't think they're going to put... there was 3 creatures in the Commander Collection Green. I don't think there's going to be 3 creatures. I think there's going to be at most 2. Because I don't think there's... Not to say there's not iconic black creatures, but I don't think there's as many kind of high value creatures that people are after, like maybe they can put in the green. So I'm expecting they're going to have probably an instant in one of those slots, maybe a couple creatures and a planeswalker. So planeswalkers, there's a few interesting ones that they definitely could do. There's certainly some iconic cards. Planeswalker, I thought Liliana Heretical Healer might be one. It is a nice one. It's already been in kind of this kind of set, though. I believe it was in one of the I think it was in Transform, from Vault Transform. So that would almost make me believe they wouldn't do that one, but I mean, you never really know. The 2 other ones that popped out to me, I thought maybe Sorin, the Imperious from Core Set 2020. Though again, that was done not that long ago, but it's one that's held value really well. Or Liliana Dreadhorde General. Or if they want to go classic and just straight kind of classic power, Liliana the Veil would be very iconic in the product. So wouldn't be surprised to see any of those. And you can put your comments about which one you think in the comments below. But those are the ones that I came up with that I thought would make some sense. Yeah. So the next part, I thought I'll talk about the instants or sorceries. Damnation is an obvious one that they could put in. I somehow feel like they're not going to put it in this set, though. I don't feel like it's going to be in this product. I feel like it's going to get a reprint. But I kind of feel like it's going to be a reprint at Mythic in a set. So that's just my guess, but maybe Damnation will be in the product. But I think Damnation, if I recall, was in one of the From the Vaults before, so maybe not. Anyways, I thought maybe either Bridge from Below or Entomb would be in this. both real good cards, have some value to them. Not crazy value, but pretty good value. And I think one of those is going to be in the product. If not something that does something very similar, throws cards in your graveyard, something like that. I think that's going to be in the product. Then it just comes down to the creatures. What creatures are they going to put in? There's lots of good black creatures, obviously, but what is it? What do they think is a big black creature that's gonna sell boxes of these things? And I thought maybe something like Grave Titan. It's been reprinted. It hasn't been overkilled with reprints, so they have some value in that. It's not crazy expensive. It's in that sort of $13 to $15 range. But it's a nice card. It's a card that you would want in your collection. So I believe it just was Grave Titan off the top of my head. It's original printing, and I think in Mystery Boosters. It was in Mystery Boosters, though I didn't see it a lot, and we've opened a lot of Mystery Boosters. So Grave Titan, good one. Grizzlebrand, I thought, again, another one. Not reprinted a ton, and I believe it was just its original printing, and maybe one of the Commander sets. I can't remember what else it was printed in. Anyways, thought that might be a good one. Phyrexian Obliterator. Phyrexian Obliterator has good... It's probably worth the most right now on the secondary market, and so I wouldn't be surprised to see something like Phyrexian Obliterator in there. So, anyways, kind of, I must admit, I was happy they made Commander Collection green. It was definitely how they've done it, an upgrade over the spellbooks. Spellbooks were okay. But I mean, they were just kind of ho-hum. You weren't like super excited to get your hands on them, and it's definitely a little more exciting to get your hand on these Commander collections. So probably a good decision on them. Little sad I'm not going to have the full set. I wouldn't mind them even just throwing them both out in the same year for the spell books, just to be able to get them. I mean, they don't have to be amazing, but just to kind of have them in the collection. They're kind of nice. They fit in the bookshelf nice. I thought the idea was kind of neat that you could just throw it on your bookshelf and do it. So, anyways, fully expecting Commander Collection Black. If you have information that is different than me, then by all means put it out. It just seems like it makes the most sense. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Everyone have a magical day. Thank you for watching Collectors of the Coast. Please subscribe and like below. If you like our content, please consider becoming a patron. Patrons help us grow the channel, and I'll get great deals and more. Check us out on Discord if you'd like to become a part of the community. The information to join the Discord is in the description below.